I was sitting right here when I came across this post on Twitter, and I'm going to put it right here on the screen for you. And if you look at that top line, it says, Nancy has been found, or Nancy has been located. My heart dropped. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, why haven't we heard of that? And then I looked on further down, and it's not our Nancy. Now, granted, this Nancy that is found, bless her, I'm so glad that she is found. She was reported missing on the 15th, and they found her within, 48 hours. She kind of resembles Nancy just a little bit. She's 82 years old. But my darlings, let me fix my camera here. My darlings, my question to you is, who is the PR person for Pima County Sheriff's Department? Deputy Nobody? What is happening here? This should enrage people because it set so many people off. And then it's almost simultaneously when I saw it, I had people coming in and saying, oh my God, they found Nancy, they found Nancy, they found Nancy. Is this that Friday? Now, of course, it was posted like yesterday, and I didn't see it. My apologies. But my question is, whose brain is not functioning in Pima County? We already know. But why would you do something like that? That is irresponsible, and I hope you're watching Pima County and you know who you are, because that is an upheaval. It's ridiculous. And now, of course, there's supposed to be some DNA that they found in Nancy's bedroom. Now, I have been saying that there was DNA that was found on Nancy's bed for a long time. But do I trust anything that these people have? See, this DNA, this hair follicle, it's not even a follicle. It could be just a shaft. This hair evidence could be anybody. It could be anybody. If Nancy has a housekeeper that comes in and makes her bed, if she came in Friday morning and made her bed and, all this other, a hair could have dropped on her bed. See, that's the bad part of it. And this is just going to have to be a wait and see at this point. Oh, a doggy is barking. Give me a second. So if you think I'm angry today, well, the answer is yes. And if you say, well, we shouldn't be angry, I don't think anybody here is going to say you shouldn't be angry, but this is called righteous anger. We can be angry because where are these people and where is Nancy? Then I hear Nancy Grace, which, by the way, I'm not a big fan, but that's just me. To each your own, right? To each their own. Is coming out with this very dramatic, someone had been detained. Now, to me, that's a play on words. Had, in my book, where's the book of Bull? Don't have it, I should. Had is past tense. Is formerly, someone formerly had been detained. Well, we know that, Nancy, come on. So has it been one of those days? Maybe it's a moon phase. But this whole thing is ridiculous. And then we hear that Savannah Guthrie rushes out of an interview. I believe it was with Anne Hathaway. Maybe not. And then she didn't come back. And it's like, and I have to say this, I feel for her, because did someone say this to her, that Nancy was found? And it would shake me to the absolute core. And it's my understanding that there's an arrangement and an agreement. So if anything happens, no matter what, if Savannah's on the air or wherever the case may be, if something happens, she can be pulled out. I want to do some cards tonight. This probably will be quick. Yeah, right, Zelda. This will probably be quick, but I have this Talisman Oracle deck. Now, you will like this if you decide you want to get it. This box is just, oh gosh, I'm like one of those videos, right? Help me. It's got a magnetic holder. I love it. It not only has the book, but it's got these very thin sheets of parchment for you to write any sigils, anything like that. I haven't used them, and I don't know if I will, but it's the Talisman Oracle. Thought I would show that because I know you like to see what my cards are, and I like to share. Who wants to gatekeep, right? So, okay, now here's where we're going to do a lightning round. Excuse me, Mr. Key. We have the kitty whiskers and we have the iron key. And we have a kitty that walked over here. Okay. We're going to do a lightning round. Here we are. What will this evidence prove that they found in Nancy's house? A baby. Now, for me, that is a new beginning, the birth of something new. Let's keep going. Show us what this DNA is and that was found in Nancy's bedroom right now. A leadership. So, could it have been from somebody that possibly was leading the pack? The ferocious tiger? Asking. This is fear. So whomever took, if this DNA comes back that it was someone who was a perp, which kind of leans toward that, maybe not perp, maybe the person responsible for it, for the disappearance of Nancy, were they a little fearful? Were they a little fearful going into Nancy's house? Well, there's the house. Will the house tell us how? Will the house tell us, was this person a little fearful going in? And I bet you 10 to 1, that person, whoever it is that took her, is most likely pretty shaken right now. Healing energy. So is this going to give enough healing energy for there to be hope of who this will? Why do I just want to say this could be a family member? Now let's just hypothetically, before I draw these cards, let's just hypothetically, just for one moment, what if, hypothetically, not accusing anyone, what if it were the son-in-law? What if it were the daughter? During that time period when they went to find Nancy after they received the phone call from whomever, the church, I guess, or someone saying that Nancy didn't show up and they went over there, I would like to know what they say and what they found and why they waited so long to call Savannah. So did they go over to Nancy's bed and try to make it? Did they go over there and were looking? Why do I want to say that this DNA is going to be familia? Why do I want to say? Anybody else thinking that? Put it in the comments if you are. So let's just check this. A delay. So a delay in the processing I think what we need to do now is carefully watch these people who are close in Nancy's circle of trust. In my experience, people have been caught during this time, the time in which they feel that they can relax and nothing is going to happen, and they're buddies now with Pima County and probably with a couple of agents, Agent Obligada that may come over and talk to them or talk to the kids or talk to whomever. What can we expect from this DNA that was found in Nancy's bedroom? Now, this doesn't mean that it was a sweetheart, but it looks like it was a female. Was it a female that was there in Nancy's bedroom? Now, in this case, there's two that want to come out. We're going to take them. Basically, let go. If it says let God, I'm going to write let go for a growth of energy. So this means, could someone had left go of Nancy when they were getting, wow. And you see, look at this. These look like eggs. And for me, an egg means a birth. And we had that cradle, the birth of a new beginning. Okay. So what can we expect from the DNA? And see, here's a man. So could it be two DNA? And ironically enough, look, we've got hearts here and a heart here. This represents a married man. I'm going to ask the weirdest question. Does the son-in-law Tommaso have a side chick? An enemy? Does he have a side chick? Mindfulness. So basically, to keep this in mind, has he had affairs? Is he a cheater? Now, come on. That might happen. Jealousy is a bad thing. I'm not saying that. He did. But I kind of wonder the way he carries himself. Does he have a side chick? Does he have a side element? And here we are. Oh, education. All right. If he does, does she teach? Is she a teacher? Now, I'm not going to say that this is saying that. I'm saying I believe that there is a good possibility that someone may come out of the woodwork. Let's see what else we're supposed to know. Sadness. A change, a chameleon. So, has he changed? When they say about someone have changed their colors, so this chameleon, maybe is he trying to be something that he's not? Is he trying to change what his person? Listen, when I saw him around Nancy's house the other day, it took me a minute. It took me a minute to decide, who is this guy? I seem to sort of kind of know him, but who is this dude? So is this a chameleon? Is there something going on there? Well, I do believe, in my opinion, something is going on there. And this is a partnership. So could that sweetheart have meant that it was someone other than Annie? I'm asking questions. Most of you know this case backward and forward. And listen, I got to tell you how proud I am. A lot of you I know I bring up Karen Reed a lot, but that took up 2 years plus, still going for me. But 2 years of finding out all this, but some of you out there were making spreadsheets. It was delightful having spreadsheets and daily about testimonies and filings and this and that, and you could just look, everything was recorded on the spreadsheet, and I'm like, oh my heck, I'm so impressed. Is there anything out about him possibly? Because here's a question, and I have it for Savannah's husband too. If you know your mother-in-law is missing, why do you either leave or why do you stay away? Huh? Fidelity. Someone who is loyal. Good luck. Yeah, I think they're going to need it. But someone who feels that they may have needed good luck by being involved with this. Let me see. I know it's late. It's late. I know. Spring timing card. I'm sorry, not spring, an autumn timing card. And you know, I've said before, autumn seems to be that time. Let's take these last cards. An officer. Now, what does this offer or officer have to do with anything? Blessed day. So has the officer found something? Let's think of what would cause this officer to have a blessed day in the, I almost said Karen Reed, the Nancy Guthrie case. Would he be blessed? Because look, not everybody in my little rant about Pima County, not everybody's bad there. You know who has the no confidence vote. What is he doing? Oh. I'm going to turn that around because I don't like to have it upside down. This is probably the worst card you can have in the cartomancy. It is the endings card. It can be the death card. It can be the legal woes. So I'm trying to listen. And yeah, my son's having it. We live here in the house of Zelda. We have dogs barking outside, cats snoring inside. Who knows? Who knows, right? So glad you're here. And cat TV in the other room. This is all about loss. Balanced emotions. So is this officer trying to hold it together and not say anything, but he knows the truth? He knows who did it. He knows who caused the loss. He knows that there's legal issues that are coming up. Believe me, my darlings, there's legal issues that are coming up. You can bet on it. You can bet. A card of paperwork being tested. So is this officer testing someone? Are they, he or she now, but I'm thinking it's a he, is this officer balancing things and trying to balance the evidence? I'm going to tell you something. I believe that Pima, and I'm going to say it, it's my opinion. I believe that Pima County has had evidence for a while that they've not turned over because they've wanted to make the feds look incompetent and in bad. And wanted to hold it. And you know what I mean when Pima County, it's the head cheese there who wants to make the feds look bad, and also who wants to make himself look good, because he's facing some really dire straits. And I've thought that right from the beginning, that something has been held back. And is this going to be his ace in the hole? Somebody is definitely gambling. And I don't mean casino gambling, gambling with a particular situation. And we're talking about evidence right now. And yeah, getting creative with evidence. So could it not only be with DNA? Could it be with more evidence? I think so. I think so, my darlings. Because guess what? The cards and the numbers don't lie. Why am I whispering? I don't know. But we're here we're here in this together. This is a card of suspicion. So this is telling me that we're on the right track now. So we started out with DNA, but I think we've morphed into a more evidence situation. Courage. Yeah. It takes some huge you-know-whats to do something like that. And I don't think it's called courage. I think it's something that's not so positive. I think it's not only bizarre, but a dangerous situation. We have a woman who has been missing. It is late in the evening for me, so is it 76 days? I believe it may be. Yeah, I get confirmation from the little over here. That's Bilbo, by the way. That is... I'm going to tell you something. If you see the sheriff, wanting to take a holiday, wanting to say that he needs some space, or he needs some time, or he needs something to think, that right there is an indicator that he's trying to put some things together. Do I believe that this dude is connected? I'm not going to accuse anyone of anything, but let's use our little noodles. Something is going on here. He doesn't like the FBI, and I'm not so sure they're so fond of him. Last card, my darlings. Success. And a star. And a plant. Okay. So that is a 5-pointed star. 5 is grace. That is Nancy, right? And I'm not talking about Nancy Grace, but doesn't Nancy mean the word grace? And look, there's a plant. So I think we may see some things growing. And look over here. Wait, Moisha, where are you, my darling? Come to my rescue. Look here. These are keys. So is this star a badge? Is that a badge? Is the plant, what is the plant? Is the plant representing growth? Is it representing a seedling, planting a seed, watching it grow? Oh boy, getting deep in here. Let me roll my pant legs up. And the key, so could this be the key to everything? I mean, this is kind of sort of the Wild West of Arizona, right? And I think that No-Nos is kind of in on that. He kind of likes that persona, right? Watch him. Watch how he walks, the swagger, the animation, that feeling of, yeah, I'm in control. Let's just go one more round. Let's go one more round because I can't stand it. Why? This is going to be not such a long... Well, it may not. Now, we're asking the energy, right? So the energy, the house energy, we got the house. So will Nancy be found? Hope. Equilibrium. And that is a shell and water. More sigils, more keys. You see that? Symbols. Give me a second, my darlings. Okay. I knew I recognized that sigil. The sigil right here. Technically, in this particular deck, it is a talisman, but this is very close to a sigil that I know. Yes, my son's thinking things are funny. This is all about equilibrium. This sigil is balance of energy, balance to work in harmony. We'll keep that in mind. The balance to work in harmony. So will Nancy be found? It is working together. So balance of working together. So Pima County has got to work with the feds and maybe another agency. I just keep thinking there's another agency that's going to step in on here. And there could be. There definitely could be. I've been around long enough that I've seen them just kind of walk in and say, hello, I'm Agent Ooblegada, Part 2. This is a card about money. And by the way, I saw something today that said the Bitcoin has been paid. I do not believe that. Don't fall. I don't, maybe it's true. Maybe I'm just going to say, I want to be wrong. I want my theories to be wrong. I want her to just walk into her house and just say, look, this was just a bad dream, like, Bobby on Dallas had, right? That's what I want. But unfortunately, I don't think so. This card here is basically saying, do not spend what you have. Do not spend what you have. I know there's clues in this, my darlings. There's definitely clues. And look, we had this before. There's sadness. So if she's found, there will be sadness. I'm getting that will happen if she is found. But, I've got some more theories here where I'm going to bring them forward to you. Good fortune. Now, let's hope. Let's hope there's some good fortune with this DNA. Sad about the good fortune? Is there sadness about the DNA? I'm still kind of hung up on the side chick. Jealousy. So, was there good fortune about... So I don't believe, okay, I believe this means that it is from Pima trying to work with feds and trying to, I'm going to tell you, I feel there's a lot of pretending here. I believe, in my opinion, there's a lot of sweeping a lot of things under the rug. I believe there's holding back a lot of things. And this is a card of jealousy and misunderstandings. I'm going to do one more round. because I can't help myself. Fortune. You see, we have these fortune cards. But what is about the fortune? Because, you know, fortune can just be about anything other than money. Could this cost a fortune? Yes, it could cost a fortune. Wisdom. Okay. So it's basically saying be smart about things. Be smart about things. I believe that there is a feeble attempt to convince people that Pima County is supposed to be working with the feds on this. And I think Pima County at this point has done everything but walk away. And there is the one. And while I feel more that this DNA will be male, but hey, we've had females up here. We don't know. And honestly, I'm not sure that they do. I mean, the DNA, the Quantico in Florida do, obviously. But we're waiting on that with bated breath now, waiting. Thanks for being here late. I appreciate it. I just had to rant. Tell me what you make of this speed round. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. in my live stream. You don't want to miss it. I'll see you soon. And thanks so much for being here. Bye for now.